A very good evening from Archie McPherson on a chilly, windy night here in Bergen. Liverpool set out once again in pursuit of the trophy they have never laid hands on, the European Cup Winners' Cup. Their opponents tonight, Brann, stated the case for being taken very seriously indeed by travelling to Eindhoven in the last round and ousting the Dutch league leaders PSV by drawing with them and going through 4-3 on aggregate. And with the increasing reputation of Norwegian football, indeed in the whole of Scandinavia, no longer can their trips here be taken for granted. And given how Rosenberg of Trondheim played last night against Juve, and how any Liverpudlian bridles at the very name of Brøndby, who shocked them in the UEFA Cup last season at Anfield, Liverpool have enough intimations of a very tough night in prospect. And Brann, whose season doesn't start again until April, have been off to the sun, indeed as far as South Africa, to prepare for this game. They played 2 games out there, 3 in Germany, and the indication of a high degree of professionalism here in a country that used to be a bit of a joke in football. And talking about jokes, the announcer has just told us, in fact, he addressed the Liverpool supporter way in the background there. He said, "Thank you very much indeed for sending over the 444 million litres of rain we've had in the past 3 days, just to make you feel at home." Well, it had an effect on this pitch. It looks all right just now, but I think it'll cut up, and a man who knows that is a man who walked on the pitch just a few minutes ago, and who this afternoon addressed the assembled throng of the Bergen branch of the Liverpool Supporters Club. I'm talking about one of the Liverpool legends, of course, former England and Liverpool goalkeeper Ray Clemens. Well, Ray, this afternoon was at Jam Butty's and Gravelac.
It wasn't quite like that. We had there was the old ham and cheese sandwich, and they did try to give us a meat pie, I have to say. But it was a very, very enjoyable afternoon, and you know, the whole of Bergen is keyed up for this game. This is the biggest game they've had in their history, and they really fancy their chances against this Liverpool side. But you know, Liverpool are an experienced side. They've got a lot of players in there that have got experience at all levels, and I think the whole game will hinge on the first 30 minutes of it, really.
Well, now, before we get to the team selections, this pitch, now, as we see here, the viewers around Europe watching this just now will say, well, it doesn't look all that bad, but yesterday the Russian referee considered calling the game off, and you've been on the pitch and think it's going to cut up.
I think so, yeah. It's a very sandy-based pitch, and as you'll see when the camera pans out, you'll see there are 1 or 2 ball patches in it which are very, very soft. And I think as the game goes on, certainly it will cut up in certain areas.
Right, now let's get into this Liverpool team selection. There have been problems. He has had injuries. He's arranged a different kind of defence and has brought in John Harkness.
Yes, I mean, it's...
there we are, that's the team now.
Slightly a surprise bringing Steve Harkness. It's his first game back at senior level since breaking his leg. He's had a few reserve games, so he should be okay fitness-wise. But what it does mean is they'll finish up playing with 3 at the back, all left-footers. Matteo, I'm presuming, will go to the right-hand side of the back 3. Ruddock will play in the middle of it, and Harkness will play on that left-hand side.
Now, the unfortunate thing about Steve Harkness is he's had 2 serious leg breaks. In fact, the very first senior game after his leg break, he broke it again. Now, can players really recover at the top level when something like that happens to them?
Yes, I mean, it's a mental thing, and I'm sure that you know, the Liverpool staff have looked at that situation and said, yes, he's ready for it. You know, there we see the makeup of the team. Berger, I feel, will drop off the front. I think that Fowler will play up the front on his own, and Berger and McManaman will play off Fowler, A, to make them more solid defensively, but B, both of them are capable of breaking very quickly from midfield.
Well, there's Brann, and I want all Liverpudlians watching this programme tonight, and I'm sure there's a huge throng, to keep your eyes on number 9. Andre Torre Flo, who might end up on Merseyside next season. The rumours are he's been looked at, he's impressed the Liverpool staff. I'm quite sure they don't want him to play too well tonight, but he's a powerful, powerful front runner, and I suspect he's going to be left on his own tonight.
Well, yes, he's a tall, gangly lad. He doesn't look the smoothest of movers at times, doesn't look the quickest at times, but he always finishes up, get on the end of balls. And certainly, again, with that situation there, I think that Hassan will drop back slightly, and Flo will be the lone striker, being joined by midfield players.
Now, very, very significantly, Mons Ivar Mjelde, who's one of the top goal scorers with 19 goals, cannot play in this game tonight, and they've had to rearrange the team as well. There we are, that's a little bare patch on the pitch.